YouTube channel. Boom, 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 boom. I know it's been a while. But between work, between life, between getting sick, and yeah, life has just been hectic. But anyway, my name is Zenandi Mlobeli, also known as Zen, but you can call me Zenando or Zen, whichever one works for you. Welcome to yet another video. This video is going to be very special because I'll be talking about how I bought my first how I bought my first car. So let's get right into it. It's probably going to be the shortest video that I've ever done. Hopefully not, but it's going to be a short video. Anyway, how I bought my first car. Okay, I'm gonna try to tell you guys the do's and the don'ts. Kinda. Okay, I'm gonna try and tell you guys what to do, what not to do, what to expect, what not to expect. Hopefully, this video is very informative. I hope so. I hope it is. But anyway, let's get into it. How I bought my first car. Okay, first of all, I've always wanted to get myself a car. From when I started working, from when I had like my first job. Like I've always wanted to like get myself a car. And I've always like tried to save money because I've always heard stories about, when you get like a car financed, what, you might not be able to pay it. Like I've just heard like a lot of horrible stories about, you know, getting a car financed by the bank and whatnot. But guess not all of us come from rich families. Not all of us financially, not all of us are able to buy a car cash, you know. Some of us are financially overstretched. Shout out to Real Housewives of Durban. Yeah, some of us are financially overstretched. So we do best with what we have. So anyways, I've tried to save money, right? According to other people that say that we have to buy a car cash or whatever. So like I tried to save money cash because now I also wanted to buy a car cash, right? Because I also didn't want to I didn't want, you know, the debit order stuff and having to pay monthly and all those, just all the nitty-gritty boring details. I didn't want that. But anyway, yeah. So fast forward to this year when I got a car. Okay, fine. How I got my first car. So if you watched my previous video, you will know how it got to this point. So if you haven't watched my previous video, please run and go watch it so that you can know what's happening on this video. Fine. So how I bought my first car. Fine, I got my first, not my first job, but I got the job that I'm currently working at right now. So I tried to save like beginning of the year when I first got the job, because like one thing that I told myself that I will do once I find like a proper stable job that pays me, that pays me well, I will try and buy myself a car first thing, because using public transport is really, it's not it. Anyway, so okay, fine, I got my first job, saved up some money, but then I realized that, you know what, me saving this money, like I will probably not get the car at the time that I want to get it, because like I was in a rush. Because to be honest with you, I was like really fed up with using public transport. Like I was up to here. I was up to here with public transport. To tell you guys, actually the last week of me using a taxi in South Africa, we call it taxi. If you're from another country, it's a taxi, public transport. So this one time I was heading to work, right, in the morning. So I was sitting like at the back seat, if you know, like those quantums, like a taxi quantum. I was sitting at it was not like a quantum, it was like the older versions of the first versions of the taxi. I think it's yeah, that's what it's called or something. So I was sitting at the back seat, right, on the left side, like this side. So fine, it was a very sunny day. It was not cold, it was in summer, I think. Yeah, it was in summer. Sana got into the taxi, fine, taxi to town, right? From town to work. So on my way from home, on my way to work to town, because in town I get another taxi. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was like a rock that hit the window of the car, but Sana, something hit that window and it fell right on me. Like it literally just like the entire window like shattered on me. Oh, I wanted to cry. I wanted to scream. Like, one thing about me, if you know me, I don't like attention. I don't like people looking at me. It makes me feel so uncomfortable. I don't like, I just don't like when people look at me. I don't like it when people feel sorry for me. I don't like pity, like people feeling like, just people feeling sorry for me. I don't like it. That was like literally the one of the worst days of my life. Did this taxi driver not care? Like, he didn't give a damn. So people like at the scene was so worried about, oh my god, you should go to the hospital, the driver should take you there, what. The driver didn't even give a damn. Like, I wanted to cry. I remember I called my boyfriend. I was like, no, I'm not. Like, even asked my crying. I was like, no, I'm not. That time, Sana, the tears are rolling down, rolling in the deep. Oh, I was mad. I was frustrated. I was like, I remember at some point, like, I looked up and I was like, God, do you see what's happening? Like, do you see what's happening right now? I was so sad. And I remember I called my mom and my mom was like, you should have come home. You should have come back home. You know, guys, I'm telling you, like, from that day onwards, I felt like that was public transport saying bye to me, which is very weird. But like that, I feel like that last week put like the nail on the coffin. I was done. I was done. Anyway, so a couple of days later after that, remember my previous video, once again I had fasted and I created a vision board stating all the things that I wanted to happen during that year, which was last year. I did not think they would come true. I envisioned them, I manifested them, I wanted them to happen. Like, I was like, God, I want this to happen. I had faith according to the word. I had faith. I prayed about it. I didn't want to be negative. I mean, to be realistic, I thought to myself, I'm just dreaming here, you know. I just got this job. I'm not going to be able to even get a car. But I had faith. Honey, you know when the Bible talks about how I think there's a part in the Bible where Jesus talks about how you could have, if your faith could be as little as a mustard seed or something like that. That was me. Like, my faith was this small, but I literally believed that, you know what, anything is possible. I don't care how much I earn. I don't care, but I'm going to get what I want in the name of Jesus. Sana, I believed it. So after, like, a week after the horrific accident I had, in the incident that I had in the taxi, a couple of weeks later, I was so frustrated, and it was going to be like, it was in September, I think. It was going to be like rain. It was going towards being, hey guys, English, it was going towards being a rainy season. I'm not sure if you understand me, but yeah. So it was like that season of starting to rain and all those things, and I felt so, guys, like, if you use public transport and when it starts raining in a public transport, it's stuffy, it's frustrating. Some people, especially in the mornings, some people from where they live to them getting to the rank where they get the taxis, it's a distance. Some people like get wet and stuff, and then when are you sitting, you're already in the taxi, and then someone comes and they're waiting. Oh my word. I told myself that, God, I don't know how you're gonna do this, but Sana, I am tired of taxi. I'm tired of no taxi. I'm tired. Couple of days later, after that incident with the shattering of the glass all over me, Sana, I told myself, I prayed about it. I was like, God, next week I'm going to look for a car. Like, I had envisioned George, I catch you. Anyway, I had envisioned that, okay, wow, the type of car that I wanted was the Kia Rio with the sunroof. Oh my god, I love that car. I love that car. Even still today, I love it. A part of me wants to trade in my current vehicle for that vehicle, but Sana, I love my car right now. Like, I'm in love. Me and my car right now have a spark that can be. We have a spark. Me and my car right now. But anyway, we're not there. So yeah, I wanted a specific car. I was not willing to negotiate. I was not willing to choose anything other than the car that I wanted. Mind you, I don't have money. Mind you, I just started working and my credit score is like, I don't know. It was probably close to nothing. But inside me, I had faith. I went to the dealer, found this very nice, not so nice lady. Okay, got there, looked around, car shopping, looked around. So I had like all my particulars with me, all right. This lady's like, oh, okay, you're looking to buy a car? She's like, yeah. And then I gave her like my particulars. She's like, you mean you just started working? Probably what you can afford is, a Picanto or this or that. I was like, okay, because I was very desperate. I wanted the car that I wanted, and then she was like, I couldn't get the car because 1, 2, 3, 4, and I was like, hey, okay, I'll settle for the Picanto. Fine. And then she was like, okay, I'll see what I can do. I'll call you back. And I was like, okay. Like, it was not promising. Like, that lady was not being helpful at all. I could tell that lady was sent by, I'm not saying she's the devil. I'm just saying that she was sent by, on a mission to put me down. Because after I walked out of the office, I was very down. It's like she literally killed my confidence. Like, I knew, I was like, this lady, like, how, like, I felt like she was judging me. I felt like she was, I'm not overreacting, but I literally felt like she was judging me, and she was judging my credit score and she was judging my money, But anyway, so she's like, I'll try and apply for you, and then I'll call you back, or I'll email you, or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool, sure. So I carried on with my car shopping. Listen, after walking out of that dealership, like, my heart was just closed. Like, I knew that I wasn't getting the car that I wanted. Number 2. Number 3, I knew that lady was not going to call me back with good news. Either she's not going to call me back, or she's just not going to tell me any good news, Fine, I remember I went into the mall with my sister. I was tired. We've been walking all day. We've been looking at cars. We went to other dealerships as well, right? But then, like, I went to that specific dealership at Kia straight because I wanted the specific car that I wanted, and I couldn't get it. So I was very, very tired. I was very hungry as well. But I remember before we left for the mall, or for car shopping, Sana, me and my sister prayed, honey. Me and my sister prayed, and that prayer, me and my sister prayed. And I remember when I prayed, like, I had no hope, right? But I remember telling God that, God, I really want this for me to happen. I want this, and I know that you can do it. I don't know how, but I know that you can do it, because the Bible says that you are consuming fire. The Bible says that you are bigger. The Bible says that you are Alpha. The Bible says that you are Omega. And me, I believe that, I've seen what you can do, man. I've seen what you've done in my life. The things that you guys, like, I knew. I was like, I know. In as much as I was not confident, in as much as that lady had crushed my spirit, but you know what? I was like, God, you can do this for me. Anyway, going back to the mall, after the disappointment and after the promises of being called back, we went to the mall. We decided to get something to eat, right? So my sister was like, you know what? Let's go try it Hyundai. Let's go try it Ford. Let's go try it, And I was like, I'm not really up to it. Like, guys, my confidence was, was down the drain. I honestly did not want to go to Hyundai. I don't want to go to Ford. Like, I literally wanted the car that I wanted, and that was the end of it. My sister convinced me. She convinced me. She's like, okay, fine. We don't have to apply for anything. Let's just go look. So I finally agreed. Fine, we go to Hyundai. Sana, when we got there, they received us like it was such a warm welcome, you know. They received us so well. We're like, oh, are you guys car shopping and whatnot? Because when we went to Kia, I felt like because I look young and my sister was also young, I felt like they thought that, what are these kids doing here, right? That's why I said in the beginning that I felt like I was very judged. So when we got to Hyundai, guys, I highly recommend Hyundai. I don't know if all the Hyundais are there. I mean, I like that. Sorry, your English, George, are there. Anyway, I don't know if all the Hyundai people that work at Hyundai are sweet like the ones that were sweet to me. If you live around the East Rand, Boksburg, the Hyundai opposite the Eastern Mall, I'm telling you guys, I'm literally promoting that Hyundai. The people there are very sweet. The people there are very caring. Very, very caring, son. I recommend that place. Me. Anyway, so we went there. Very welcoming people, very nice people, good people. You know, this other guy, forgot his name, but it's an elderly man and stuff. And then like he welcomed us and it was very nice. I was like, oh, you're looking for a car? I was like, yes, I am, but you know, nothing too expensive, but I'm just looking around as well. I was like, oh, okay, it's fine. And then he showed me like the different models that they have, the new makes that they have, the new Hyundai i20. Well, then the new i20 that's out now was not out then. I'm not sure, but I don't remember seeing it. But anyway, yeah, like he showed me all the affordable cars, all the nice cars that they had. They were really not in my price range. But Kesana, he still showed it to me. And then he asked me, do you want a car? I was like, yes, I want a car. But where I was just now, you know, they said they'll call me back. And then the guy was like, let's just try and see. You know? I was like, okay, I've never got nothing to lose. So he called this other guy, right? And then this other guy, I think he's in sales or something like that. So this guy, very nice guy actually. He's actually the reason why I got my car, because that guy fought for me, hey? Fine. He's like, come to my office. Let's see the different options that you can get, right? Takes me to their office, punches whatever he punches down, takes my details. He's like, okay, what you qualify for is this. Unfortunately, the car that I wanted was the new Grand i10, right? Because it was very spacious. It was not my first choice, nor my second choice, nor my third, but you know, it was very spacious. It was a good car, you know. So I'm guessing fuel efficient as well. Well, it is, because I mean, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so we went to the office and then like he punched whatever he punched, took down my particulars, and it was like, okay, so good news, bad news. Good news, you can get a car. Bad news, not the car that you want. And I was like, at this point, really, I just want a car, even if you can give me like a young Bajaj. To be honest, right now, I don't care what car it is. I just want a car. I was very frustrated. Okay, so the guy's like, excuse me. He's like, okay, let me see what I can do. Punch. He's like, okay, fine. I can try to push up because it was, he was applying for car finance, if I can put it like that, for me. Because I didn't have it. Okay, I had a deposit, but it was not up to the amount that I actually wanted, you know, to have to deposit money for, you know. So I was like, let me just keep this money. Let me just save it for rainy days, you know, should I need it. And did I not need it? Fine. And I was like, nah, I don't have a deposit. He's like, okay, sure. Let me see what I can do. Punch. He's like, you know what? These people are not responding to me now. However, I'm going to call you back. I promise. He gave me his number. I trusted him. I was like, okay, because at that previous place, they told me that they were going to call me back. So I trust you to call me back. He was like, I'll call you back, girl. So now I went home, told my mom what happened. My mom was very positive about it. I didn't tell my boyfriend. It was a surprise to him. And did I not surprise him? Fine. So I went home and then okay, fine. I think a couple of days later, not days, I think 3 days later, he responds to me and is like, hi, congratulations, you got car approved. I didn't believe it. I did not believe it. I was like, me? Approved? Sir, for what? He's like, you got approved for a car. Exactly the car that you wanted, but not the newer model, but still the same car. And I was like, sir, can I see this car? He's like, I'll send you pictures of the car. There was two cars. One that I really hated. I call it a box. If you know me personally, you'll know why I call that car a box, and you'll know what car I'm talking about. I don't want to be name calling other people's cars here, but it's a box. I didn't want it. I would rather not even have a car than drive that box. Number two, the car that I'm driving now, that's the car that I wanted, but I wanted the newer model of it. However, I couldn't get the newer model, but I got the same car, the older model of it. But a very good car, stronger than the newer model actually. But okay, there were like two different colors in the car that I qualified for and that I wanted. So he asked me to choose, obviously box, no ways. And then obviously the last choice was the car that came in two different colors, the Hyundai Grand i10. Fine. There was a gray color, there was a blue color. I obviously chose the gray color because it was a newer model than the bluer one, and the bluer one was just ugly. So I was like, we're two beggars can't be choosers, sir, hook me up. Fine. So I told him which, I literally still couldn't believe it. Like, I know I was, it's like I'm summarizing this whole story. I know I'm just cruising through all this, but literally that's how it happened. I know that I was stressed during the whole process. However, let me tell you something. Literally, it took me one day, literally just one day, for me to go. Like, I went there and I told them I want a car, and then the guy was like, I'll do everything. Well, I went to Kia first. The lady thought I was mad. When I went to Hyundai, warm welcome, everything was, and the guy was like, relax, I'll do everything for you. Did he not do everything for me? Fine. When he told me I got approved, I couldn't believe it, but I went with it. When he told me to choose the color that I wanted, couldn't believe it. However, I was like, sir, I want the gray color. Couldn't believe it, but I went with it. Fine. And then a day, literally all this took like a week. Imagine, a week. Because I was off on Monday, and then I went on Tuesday. Wednesday, I was still at home. I went to work on Thursday. I went back to work on Thursday. Yeah, I think it happened all in a week. I hope so. But it didn't take that long. And this guy, he sent me a text, I think on Thursday, saying that, hi ma'am, your car is ready. You need to get insurance. Like, I literally could not believe it. I was like, what? He was like, ma'am, please come get your car. Your car is ready. It's cleaned, whatever. What. Just get yourself insurance, whatnot. Sana. And it's like, if you're able to come tomorrow, please come get your car. I was like, okay, tomorrow I cannot come because I'll be at work. Maybe Saturday, because Saturday I was not working, obviously. Guys, like, sure thing. Saturday morning, your car will be ready. My dad didn't know anything, by the way. I surprised him as well. My boyfriend didn't know anything. I surprised him as well. Fine. Okay, I told my mom. I got home, I was so very excited. It was a hush. Only me, my sister, and my mom knew about this. It was a hush. Yo, Sana got ready. No, I didn't get ready. Told my mom because I was at work when I received that call. I got home and I told my mom, I told my sister about it. Everyone was happy. I literally still couldn't believe it. Like, I just couldn't believe it. But then I was like, girl, believe it, because you're about to be a driver. Fine. So Friday came, Friday passed. I kept it to myself. I was literally dying inside because I wanted to tell my boyfriend like every single thing. Because one thing about me, I literally stress about every single thing. Like I literally stress about every single thing, and every little inconvenience I want to cry, and I want to tell my boyfriend because I don't like it when people talk to me or they mean to me, you know. So every little inconvenience I call my man. Tell my man about you. Fine. So I kept it, and then on Saturday morning, Sana, we went to go get. Oh, I told my dad Friday night. He couldn't believe me. Saturday, I was like, okay, you better wake up, sir. Better wake up, look good. I looked good for the pictures, which you guys have probably seen on my thumbnail. Anyway, so I looked good, put on a little bit of makeup on me, did my, well, not did my hair, but like, you know, didn't do my hair, just, yeah, you get the drift. Anyway, yeah, was ready. We went there, took some, like, I literally still can't believe it. But yeah, it happened. Did my hair, whatever, and then we got the car, and then I sent a picture to my boyfriend. My boyfriend was like, what? I think I was like giving him hints here and there during the course of the week, because when I told him, was like, I knew it. And I was like, so how did you know? He's like, nah, I knew it. And I was like, okay. But yeah, oh, he was so excited. Like, literally couldn't believe it. Like, he could not believe it. But I surprised my dad. I surprised my man. Listen, my world was complete. So like me buying a car, it was very easy okay, not easy peasy, but it was literally easy peasy. I feel like God orchestrated every single thing that happened that day, of from the first time I left the house, or from the time of George, from the time of me leaving the house. I hope it sounds right. Yes, from or to when I went to the dealerships, to my sister convincing me, because I literally said no the first time she suggested it, and then from her forcing me, she literally forced me, you know. I feel like everything was just orchestrated by God. I feel like God gave me that car. I feel like God just made it, because how it just happened like this, literally just like this. So to be honest with you, prayer works. I just want to highlight that. Prayer works. It might not work right now at this, like for example, you might be going through something. Please don't mind this. I'm fat, whatever. If I've been showing some skin, I'm sorry. So prayer might not work right now. When you're praying for something right now, when you want it to happen right now, it might not happen right now, but trust me, it works, honey. I saw it here by me. Prayer works, I promise you. Fasting works, I promise you. Quoting scriptures while you're praying works, I promise you. I saw it here by me to tell you. Anyway, so that happened. And also, I just want to advise you guys. Cannot really advise. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not fit to be advising anybody. But tips and tricks to avoid. Number one, do not agree to everything that the dealerships tell you. Always try to take someone with you. They might not be clued up. They might not be clued up, and they might be just, okay, they might not be clued up on how things work as well. Or you guys might have or not have the same, whatever. But just have someone there with you. Always read what's written. Don't just sign. Do not agree to the, I think it's the balloon payment. Do not agree to that. Don't agree to that. Someone advised me to not agree to that. Some guy that bought his car, I think a couple of years ago at the time, advised me as well. A balloon payment is, if I'm correct, I think it's like a portion of, I think it's a deposit that is paid to the dealership by the people that are financing you or the bank that's financing you to buy the car. And then once you've paid off the car, then the balloon payment is still there. For example, say your car is like 100 and something K or 200 and something K, then the dealership will probably pay like maybe like 25% of that amount, maybe like 30K or 70K or 60K or whatever of that amount to the dealership for you. Once you've done paying off whatever amount that you need to pay to the dealership, the 60K is still there that you still need to pay. So basically, it's, according to me, it's a scam. Balloon payment, say no to it. Tell them that you want your whole installment in writing like this, knowing that you'll be paying that whole installment. Once it's done, you're done. Don't agree to any balloon payment. Don't let them fool you and tell you, yeah, hey, this car. If you know what you want, you know what you want, okay? And pray about it. Before you go out and get something, pray about it. I promise you, God will lead you. Even if they can get there and they fool you and tell you, hey, ho, ho. I promise you, God will lead you, bruh. God will lead you. What else to avoid? Do not buy a car that you cannot afford. Especially if it's going to be financed. If you're buying it cash, cool. Obviously, you can afford it. But if it's going to be financed, do not buy a car. I always say, I always say that as a first-time car buyer, it's always best to buy a pre-owned slash new car. I say slash new car when you buy it from the dealer, like Hyundai, not like from these other dealers outside that have people's names on, but like from the dealer, from the agent itself. If you're gonna buy a Hyundai, at Hyundai, or Kia from Kia, or whatever the case may be. So buy a pre-owned car from the dealer. That way it has a warranty. Number 2, you know that should anything go wrong, you can always take it back there. Number 3, that car is always in good condition. You will not have problems with that car. You will not. And every glass on that car is from the dealer straight. How you know? It's got a sticker at the corner. Like for example, if it's a windscreen, it's got a Hyundai stamp, or not a sticker but a stamp. And when you get a car from these shady dealers, most of those glass, like your windscreen, your rear back windscreen, your side windows, are not original. So that as well. So always make sure that you're prepared, okay? Even if you don't have enough money, but trust me, when you want something, pray about it. It's gonna happen. So yeah, what else? Yeah, man, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I guess we've come to the end of the video. But anyway, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys subscribe to my video. Oh, please subscribe to this video. Please subscribe to my video. Please share. Please comment. And don't forget to like this video as well. I will see you on my next video. Toodles.